Sorry. Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday we have seen some grammar portion. Moving further in that session only, we will take today's session. Myself, Nitin Balure from PK Road MPS School. And today we are going to see further which are the figure of speeches. Yesterday we have seen some of them. So let us start. I hope you have revised all the figure of speeches which we have taken yesterday. So yesterday we have seen some of the figure of speeches. We will do a revision first of all, because revision is very important so that we can go and we can collect new information. On the basis of revision, we will do new things. Okay. So the first, this is myself, and today we are going to see this figure of speeches. Few of them we have already seen. Okay. So simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, hyperbole. These were the figure of speeches which have to be studied in your syllabus. We have seen 2 or 3 of them. All right. So a quick revision will do. Try to find it out what you remember from yesterday's session. Yes. Figure of speeches means what? Yes, I have told you yesterday only. What do you mean by figure of speeches? Figure of speeches are those words or those poetic devices which help a poet to decorate his poem, which help a poet to decorate his poem and to show the imaginative things using this word. So there are many figure of speeches which we have seen. Those are not literally true, as right now only I said. Figure of speeches are what? They are not literally true, they are just imaginative. They'll make an imaginative connection of the reader to the other word, of the reader to the other word. So for that purpose only, a poet uses this figure of speeches to make his poem imaginative or a bit non-real, express meaning in fresh and original ways. So these are some of the figure of speeches characteristics. Those students are new, they can also now find it out what is figure of speeches and why it is used, where we can find figure of speeches. Yes, because it is very important as a part of grammar to learn figure of speeches. All right. So figure of speeches have become part of our everyday language. We don't even think about the fact that they aren't literally true. Means we don't even think they are true and they are imaginative things, but they are part of our daily language. Means whatever activity, whatever words you speak in throughout the day to your friends, to your family members, to your school teachers, sirs. All right. So, but they are there in your everyday conversation. Now, see here, some examples are there. He didn't notice how quickly the time flew by. Now, can anyone tell me? This is a general sentence. All right, this is a general sentence that we oftenly say. Yes, many times we uses this. That time flew like anything. Means what? वक्त ऐसे निकल जाता है, flew हो जाता है, उड़ जाता है. Right? So now, can you tell me this time is it is a non-living thing, and flying or flew, it has been given a quality of a living thing. Yes. So this is another figure of speech. This sentence contains a figure of speech. So like that only, we didn't even notice, but there are many figure of speeches which we use in our daily day-to-day life. My heart leaped at the thought. My heart leaped at the thought. Now another sentence is there. This sentence is also imaginative. Okay, but we oftenly say this sentence. This is also having figure of speech. She must have gotten tied up in a traffic. Now, can she be tied up in a traffic? Means what? What does the sentence want to say? That she is been messed in a traffic, है ना? कि आपको कहीं पर जाना है और आपको ट्रैफिक मिल गई तो आप वहीं पर रुक जाते हो। तो यहाँ पर क्या बोला है? शी मस्ट हैव गॉटन टाइड अप। मीन्स क्या? किसी ने उसको बांध दिया है, ट्रैफिक ने उसको बांध दिया। अब ट्रैफिक इज अ नॉन लिविंग थिंग, इट कैनॉट टाई। ओके, so another figure of speech. So there are n number of things, n number of sentences which we use in our day-to-day life, but we don't even care that there is some figure of speech. So it is just a quick check for you all that there are sentences that we daily use and we didn't even notice sometime. All right. His room is pigsty. Yes, pigsty. So another thing, room is a non-living thing. Okay, and it's given a quality of living thing. So another thing is there. So like that, these are the figure of speeches which we use in our daily life. Just what we have to do, we have to find it out which figure of speech is which and what are the characteristics of each and every figure of speech. Similarly, we have seen the first one, that is simile. What we have seen, simile. Now in simile, as yesterday only we have revised, I am going through a bit detail because students who have joined today and not yesterday's session, they would also be able to understand it very nicely, that what are figure of speeches and which figure of speech is very important as far as your syllabus is concerned. Okay, we'll go through the first one, simile. What is simile? Simile means what? It just does the comparison between two unlike things. All right, comparison between two unlike things using some words. Now let me tell you, when you do a comparison of one person to another, one thing to another, one animal to another, you do comparison. For comparison, two things should be there. A case is there. Okay, what are the rules for comparison? Two things should be there. You cannot compare between one people or one thing. So two things should be there. And there are certain words which we use for doing this comparison. And this word denotes us that this is simile. Which are those words? Yesterday also I have told you. You can see over here, using a word such as, like, as, then. All right. So these are the words which are very important for doing the comparison. These are the words which are very important for doing the comparison. Okay. As you can see, there are certain examples been given. Let's try to find it out. Which example suits it very much? The lone oak tree stood in the front yard like an aged but dedicated sentry. Okay. Now again, a lone oak tree stood fine in the front yard like. Now you can see I've told you that two things will be there. Lone tree is there. Okay, oak tree and aged dedicated sentry. There are two things and comparison has been going on. So it is simile, but for simile, one more criteria is there. What is that criteria? Like, as, and then. Please remember this thing. It is very important. You can then and then only say this figure of speech is simile when you can have these words, these three words, either one of these three words, okay, not all three words. इन तीनों वर्ड्स में से एक होना चाहिए. Sorry, like, as और then. तो इन तीन वर्ड्स में से होना चाहिए, and then you can rightly say this is simile. Second example, the dew on the leaves glistened as brilliantly as loose diamond on silk. Now you can see that there is a leaf and there are water droplets on this leaf. Yes, we call them dew, right? In winter season, most of the time you can see it on the leaves of trees. All right. So the dew on the leaves, now the dew on the leaves is being compared with the diamond on the silk. Okay. And as is used. In the first sentence, like is used for simile. And in the second sentence, as is used. So we have taken all three types. One using like, one using as, and another using then. All right. The dew on the leaves glistened as brilliantly as loose diamond on silk. Fine. Third one, that's child eyes are warmer than the summer sandy beach. Okay. Now the child's eyes are compared over here. See what is been done. Comparison is been done in all three sentences with two persons, two peoples, or two things, or a person with a thing, or a thing with a person. So in third sentence, child eyes are compared with sandy beach using the word then. Using the word then. So this is simile. Now we'll see some more examples of simile so that you will be able to understand it and you will be able to revise it also very well. As you can see, these are the examples of simile. So in this example, as cute as a kitten, as happy as a calm, as light as a feather, as blind as a bat. So again, comparison between two things is going on. Cute with kitten, happy with calm, light with feather, blind with bat. Using words as यहाँ पर use किया है. Fine. So these are examples of simile. I hope you all are getting these examples, and it is very simple and very easy to find it out what is simile or how to locate. Means in exam, what they will do. Now, suppose there is your exam, your final exam, 9th standard final exam, semester exam 2. So in that exam, what will happen? Suppose there is a sentence of figure of speeches. They'll just simply give you sentence, any sentence, a big sentence they will give, and they will ask you to identify the figure of speech. They will ask you to identify the figure of speech present in that sentence. So if it is simile, just what you have to look, you have to look at those words. अगर सेंटेंस में ये वर्ड है तो सिमिली लिखना है, अगर नहीं है तो सिमिली कट हो जाएगा, right? It will be, we will remove it from our options. We'll go for other figure of speeches if these words are not there. Understood? Now there is next figure of speech, that is metaphor. Metaphor. We have to pronounce it also very nicely. Now over here, again, comparison is going on. Comparison is going on. Using what? Yes, comparison between two unlike thing in which one thing become the other. and does not use a word such as like or as. और इसके अंदर जैसे सिमिली में हमने देखा था कि like और as यूज होते हैं, like as और then, लेकिन मेटाफर में भी कंपैरिजन होता है, बट मेटाफर के अंदर हम like और as यूज नहीं करते. सो इट इज एज सिंपल एज दैट. पहले तो सेंटेंस हमको देखना है कि कौन सा सेंटेंस है, कंपैरिजन का सेंटेंस है क्या, और अगर कंपैरिजन हो रहा है इस सेंटेंस में तो जस्ट वी हैव टू लुक फॉर द वर्ड्स like or as. If like or as is present in the sentence, we'll go for simile. If it is not there and other words are there, so you will go for metaphor. And in this, one more thing is there. Like in simile, we just tell that this is like that, means as cute as kitten. Means you are cute as a kitten, but not kitten. Okay, but I'm not telling you that you are kitten because kittens are cute. So indirect comparison is been going on in simile, and in metaphor directly we tell that this thing is this. Okay, we'll try to understand it with a example over here at downside. The flood water rose and the river became a ravenous monster. Now we are not telling that the flood water is like a ravenous monster, but instead we are directly giving monster, means we are directly saying that flood water is monster, that flood water is monster. So because of that, in metaphor directly we tell that this thing is this, and we don't say that it is like that, it is like this. We don't say, we say that in simile, but in metaphor we do direct comparison. Ragging on for hours, it consumed everything in its sight. Okay, fine, we'll move further. Now, what does poet do? Poet use metaphor to make the reader think about new ways of seeing things, oh, seeing new things, as we can see over here again. My heart, it was a floating bird. My heart, it was a floating bird that through the world did wander free. Now, I'm not saying that my heart is like a floating bird. I'm directly saying that my heart is a floating bird. We are not using like over here. And comparison is going on. So because of that, it is a sentence of metaphor. I hope you all are getting what I am telling you all, because we are revising the points again in detail so that no one is been left behind without knowing or without having. Okay, so we'll move further. That thought the world did wander free. That thought the world did wander free, but he hath locked it in a cage and lost the silver keys. Okay, so these are imaginative. Always keep in mind. This figure of speeches, this all are not real. All right, they are imaginative, and poet uses this very intentionally to enhance your thinking. आपके थिंकिंग को एनहांस करने के लिए पोएट यूज करते हैं फिगर ऑफ स्पीच, एंड दे आर वेरी गुड. They make a proper comparison, they make a proper example to one another. Moving further, we'll see some example of metaphor. Success is a sense of achievement. It is not an illegitimate child. Success is a sense of achievement. It is not an illegitimate child. Okay. So again, comparison is done. all right, with the child and with the success. And success is been told that it is directly, it is the achievement. Okay, it is like achievement, we are not saying. Next one, he broke my heart. Now in real, if we go and see, can we broke our heart? Yes. मतलब रियल में जाके देखे तो हम हार्ट को निकाल के तोड़ सकते हैं क्या? नहीं, we will die. All right. So why this sentence are there? He broke my heart means what? The feelings. The feelings are very important. So as like that, he broke my heart. It is said from a sense of feel. और broke को directly heart से compare किया गया है. You light up my life. You light up my life. So हम लोग अब देखो, you light up my life means can we produce light? Yes, human beings. No, we cannot. But it is just an imaginative sentence. It is just an imaginative sentence that we have to imagine. And people say this very now and then, that you light up my life. I can say to my mother, my father, all right, because they are the hope, they are the light in my life. As you can also say the same thing. So these are the examples of metaphor. Let's see the fourth one. He is the apple of my eye. He is the apple of my eye. There is of course no apple in someone's eye. The apple is someone held dear. Means he is the apple of my eye. Means apple means what? Shape. Okay. And it is very tasty and we want to eat it. So it is very important for everyone. Uh, there's this thing we say always that an apple a day keeps a doctor away. So every day, once you should eat apple. In the entire day, at least you should eat one apple so that it will give you energy. It will give you the things which are important for your body for the development. So these are the examples of metaphor. Let's move for the personification now. Now, what is personification? Again, those who are new and those who are repeating this session or those who have joined earlier also, very good, so that it has been revised all the points. Personification means what? It is also a type of metaphor only, but what is the new in this? We give a quality, okay, to an animal, object, or an idea, human quality. So what do we do in these sentences? Human qualities or living qualities are being given to non-living things. Okay, and let's see the examples. The sun was shining on the sea. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. So in this sentence again, the sun is a non-living object. It is a star. And how can we say that it is no doubt it is shining on the sea because sun rays are coming. All right. But shining is also the quality of human beings also we can say. So many a time this sentence also goes for personification. Another, he did his very best to make the glow smooth and bright. And these stanzas are taken from which thing? From the Walrus and Carpenter by Lewis Carroll. All right. He did his very best to make the Again, belows are smooth and bright, right? So what do we do? Uh, there are examples now that we are going to take. Examples of personification again. The star danced playfully in the moonlit sky. The star danced playfully in the moonlit sky. So now the star are there. Those are non-living thing. And dancing is a quality of living thing, you can say, or human quality it is. We humans, we dance, enjoy, right? So the star, they cannot dance. They are just standing over there only, or they are just at one place, not even moving. They are because they are very far from us, we cannot see them so clearly. So they cannot dance, and hence it is personification. Non-living thing being given a quality of living thing. Next one, the rundown house appeared depressed. Now, what is the non-living thing over here? House. House is the non-living thing. And what is happening? We are giving the house the quality of human quality of depress. Means when you are sad, when you don't know that what to do, or you are confused and something opposite happens to what you have thought. At that time, what do you feel? You feel depressed, or you are trying to achieve something and you don't. So at that time, it is been said depressed. Third example, the first rays of morning tiptoed through the meadow. The first rays of morning tiptoed through the meadow. Now there are these rays of morning and they cannot walk. Tiptoed means walking. Slowly and steadily you are walking into the meadow. Okay. So again, human quality is given to the non-living thing. Means the rays, sun rays. She did not realize that opportunity was knocking at her door. Means what? Opportunity. Now, opportunity is again the non-living thing. Okay. And it was knocking. Uh, in day-to-day use, we say this sentence, all right? That opportunity knocks our door once. है ना? Opportunity किसी के भी दरवाजे एक ही बार खटखटाती है. तो अपॉर्चुनिटी रियल में खटखटाती है क्या? नहीं. Knocking means what? It's a human quality. We can go to anyone's door and we can knock, but not the non-living thing. Okay? It is just a feeling. It is just an imaginative thing that it has been said, opportunity knocks your door. All right? So this was the personification example. I hope you have understood all three types. Now we'll move further to another part, that is alliteration. Okay, that is alliteration. Alliteration means what now? Yes, alliteration means what? Alliteration is nothing, it is the repetition of initial consonant sound of neighboring words. Fine. Means what? In sentences, if there is a sentence given and any particular alphabet is repeating, only alphabet, huh? Starting ka word, all right? Not the word inside not the alphabet inside the word. Starting alphabet, like Sally, S, cells, S, sea shells, S, by the sea shore, S. So S, S, S is the alphabet that is repeating every time. And it is very, very important. So how to remember that this is alliteration? So what happens in alliteration? Only alphabet. So how to keep this in mind? Many of them get confused in alliteration and repetition. That what is alliteration and what is repetition. So a simple trick is there to remember this. How to remember this alliteration? See, alliteration starts with A, right? The word start with the word A, with the alphabet A. Okay. And if you see alphabet, the spelling of alphabet, it is also A. So A, you will keep in mind. So in alliteration, what happens? In alliteration, alphabet repeats and not the whole word. Only alphabet repeats in alliteration. And what happens in repetition? Entire word will repeat. Means what? If see, there is the word Sally, Sally, and we are doing this in repetition. So in repetition, what will happen? Sally, Sally, Sally. It will come two, three times. And at that time, you can say that that is repetition. Understood? So this is alliteration, by the way, and only alphabets are repeated. Only alphabets are repeated. See some example. She left the heaven of heroes and came down. HH is the word repeated. HH is the alphabet, sorry. So alphabet are repeated in the first sentence. In the second and in every sentence, you can see only alphabet will be repeating. So M. To make a man to meet the mortal need, a man to match the mountains and the sea. So which is the alphabet that is repeating? M. So M is repeating many times. So it is alliteration. All right. Next one, the friendly welcome of the wayside bell. The friendly welcome of the wayside bell. So welcome, W, W, wayside, W, and well, W, 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 W. This alphabet is repeating, and this is alliteration. Only alphabet, and that also the front alphabet means the starting alphabet of the word that should be repeated, huh? Not the inside alphabet. Or you can, no, otherwise you will say, sir, there are many WW in the inside of the sentences also. But we cannot take that. We just want the starting alphabet through which we can show the alphabet repeating. Understood, everyone? Let's see some more example. Come and clean the chows in the closet, in your closet. So, which is the alphabet that is repeating? Yes, now you can say, you all can guess now. It is very simple now. So, the alphabet that is repeating in this sentence is C. All right. Come and clean the chows. Okay, in your closet. So, chows means what? Means in your room, you all you keep everything messed like that. So, it is asking to come and clean. All right. Next example. The big bad bear scared all the baby bunnies by the bushes. The big bad bear scared all the baby bunnies by the bushes. Now, again, in this entire sentence, only one alphabet that is repeating many times. At least it should repeat more than three times or three times. Okay. Big B, B. It is repeating. Big B. Okay. Big bad bear, baby bunnies, bushes. So it is repeating. In third sentence, what is happening? Yes, shut the shutters before the banging sound makes you shudder. Shut the shutter before the banging sound makes you shudder. Now you can guess it is very simple. Yes, now you can guess because we have seen three to four sentences of sorry. 3 to 4 sentences of alliteration. Yes. So S is the alphabet that is repeating. S shut. Okay. Shutters. Sound. Shudder. So S is the alphabet that is repeating 4 times. And because of that, it is also the sentence of alliteration. Many a time in appreciation of the poem, this figure of speeches will be very important for you all to write. So there are some common figure of speeches which are there in each and every poem. So you can write while writing the appreciation, simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, and repetition. These are some figure of speeches which are present in each and every poem. In majority of the poem, they are available. So if you don't remember while writing the appreciation which figure of speech is there, so don't sit and find it. If you are finding, it is good. But if you are unable to find, just you can write this figure of speeches, because alliteration, repetition, these figure of speeches are common and they are always there. Okay, they are always there in the poem. So it keeps on moving like that. Next, go and gather the green leaves on the grass. So which is the alphabet that is repeating? G. G, G, G. Go gather green and grass. So G is the alphabet that is repeating in alliteration, because alliteration, A for alliteration, A for alphabet. Keep this trick in mind. Next, we'll see another figure of speech is there now. Hyperbole. Hyperbole. Now, what is hyperbole? Why it has been given a name such interesting? Hyperbole means what? The name is also interesting because the meaning or the thing that is there in this section is also interesting, because a hyperbole is an exaggeration or overstatement. Means what? अगर हम कोई चीज ज्यादा बढ़ाकर बोलते हैं, मतलब मिर्च मसाला, what do we say like that? Means it is in reality it is not like that. It is somewhat different, but we say just an imaginative thing for our purpose. All right, so that sentences are hyperbole. Hyperbole. A hyperbole is an exaggeration or an overstatement. His feet are as big as boats. His feet are as big as boats. Now, in this example, what you can see, now what we are saying, his feet means what? His shoes, right? Means the shoes what he's wearing or on which he's running or moving. So his feet is been said that big as a boat. So in reality, is this possible? In reality, it is not possible to say that his feet is as big as a boat. Boat is very big. Ship, right? The ships are very big, and you cannot say that your feet is it is hardly very small. So it is just imaginative. It is over exaggerated. Means what? We have over exaggerated. We have done an overstate, which is not literally true. Next, I nearly died laughing. I nearly died laughing. Means what? Now, can anyone, is this possible that you can die also while laughing? No, it is not possible, because laughing is a joyous thing. Means when you are happy, at that time only you laugh. And it is hardly if anyone has died because of laughing, because you cannot die because of laughing. It is not the thing. And it is just an imaginative thing. So again, it is overstatement. So it is hyperbole. Means you should be able to know which type of sentences will fall in hyperbole. Overstatement means जिस भी सेंटेंस में कुछ बड़ा बड़ा कर बोला है जो बहुत ही झूठ है ना, उसको हम hyperbole कहेंगे. It is very easy to remember and very easy to find out in exam also or in your books also. Here once the embattled farmer stood and fired the shot heard around the world from the conquered himself Veldo Emerson. Now there is a statement over here given. In this also over exaggeration is done. Shot heard around the world. अगर किसी ने फायर किया है तो उसकी आवाज पूरी दुनिया भर घूम सकती है. No, it is not possible. If you fire also from a gun, is that possible that its sound will go across the world? No, it is not possible. Hence, this is overstatement. We will see some examples now. Hyperbole's example. I have told you to clean your room a million times. I have told you to clean your room a million times. Now, we cannot tell anyone anything a million times. है ना? So it is also exaggerated. It was so cold, I saw polar bears wearing hats and jackets. Now, polar bears are what? They are animals. How can they wear your hats and jacket that we human beings we wear? So it is also over exaggerated statement. She is so dumb she thinks Taco Bell is a Mexican phone company. Now she is so dumb she thinks Taco Bell is a Mexican phone company. Now this is also over exaggerated statement. Okay. Fourth, I am so hungry I could eat a horse. No doubt you are hungry, but we cannot eat a whole horse, and we don't generally eat a horse. All right. So it is also over exaggerated, overstatement. Now let's quickly do some practices. Okay. Spring graces the earth and sky with her warm, delicate hand. Okay, these are three sentences, and you have to identify the figure of speech of this sentence. Our friendship is as comfortable as a pair of flannel pajamas. It is very simple, huh? Just try to find it out. You can see simile के अंदर क्या होना चाहिए, as like then होना चाहिए. तो अगर किसी के अंदर as है तो वो simile के लिए जाएगा. All right. Personification, human quality is given to what? Non-living thing. So the whole old factory had become a having grunting beast. So old factory is given the quality. Actually, it is a non-living thing. So it's a personification. All right. So don't think so much again. Okay. The old sorry. The old factory had become a having grunting beast. It is metaphor of friendship is as comfortable because as is the word there. It is simile and spring graces the earth and sky with her warm, delicate hands. It is personification because spring is a season and sky is non-living thing and it cannot have warm, delicate hands. All right. So hands, having a hand is a quality of human being. So we cannot tell that these are the things, and hence it is personification. So this was it from my side. Today, what we have seen, everyone, is figure of speeches now. Okay, figure of speeches are very important, everyone. Please keep this in mind because they always come in your poem or and indirectly or indirectly in your day-to-day life also. We speak some of them very frequently. So we should be able to identify which figure of speech is there. So I hope you all have understood today's session and you all have enjoyed it also. we have completed the figure of speeches in the yesterday's and today's session. I've taken the revision also in detail so that new students will also be able to understand. Okay, so we will